Hey everyone, I am back in my car, which is starting to be the only place that I can record a video. I did record this already. I thought I could make one pass and have it done like I did yesterday, but got interrupted. So, we are back. um, Yesterday I made a video, and it was covering just getting my thoughts and opinions out about the Dad Challenge podcast and the Creepshow art thing and kind of everyone in between, as well as the Angelika Oles and SmokeyGlow situation. And I wanted to come back on here and talk about it a little more because there are a few things. Well, one major point in the Dad Challenge thing that I left out and I feel like was really important to touch on, and just a couple of little things with that. And then SmokeyGlow made a video last night, and I have thoughts, and so we're going to get into that. But first, we're going to start with the Dad Challenge thing, because that is where I started yesterday. So, and I apologize again for the lighting, because I know it's, as I move, it changes. I'm so sorry. So, one big thing that was pointed out in the video that was made on Creepshow Art's channel by that Inbird guy was that Josh has made statements saying that no channel should have their kids in their video at all, because you're making money off of them. And this was used as a point to show hypocrisy on Josh's behalf. And I just want to say, I get why it was put in there. I get that it comes off as very hypocritical that he's had his kids in his videos. And he's saying that no one should have their children in videos. However, I think it's really important to put this out there. There is a huge difference between using your kids for money and exploiting your children for money and just having them be involved in what you're doing and being involved with your channel. For example, my daughter is ecstatic. Sorry, that was my dad. He's the one that interrupted me earlier. Anyway, so my child loves what I'm doing, and she loves the fact that people are watching and subscribing, and it's something that we share. So if there is an opportunity for me to involve her in my videos, which is a little hard to do because I'm just talking about drama, but if there was an opportunity, then yeah, I think I would do it because I want her to be a part of what I'm doing. It's something we bond over and share. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with Josh or anyone else doing the same thing. So to compare what these people are doing to what Josh has done, I don't see as very fair. Now, I know he put up a video of the birth of his child, and he was a family vlogger at one point. And, you can take that however you wish. Personally, I don't see the problem with it because, some of these family vloggers, they have Instagram pages for their 2-year-old child or 3-year-old child or whatever. And those pages make money for them. And to me, that is exploitation. And that's not at all what Josh has done. So, in my opinion, I see why it was pointed as hypocritical, but I don't think it's very valid. And again, this is all my opinion, what I think about it. Another thing I wanted to mention was yesterday I said that Camilla came off kind of harsh, and she had called Josh the stalker, and I kind of failed to mention that the video on Creepshow Art's channel did the same thing. Like they titled the video the stalker, whatever, and compared him to Without a Crystal Ball, which really I want to say does not seem fair. Y'all know how I feel about Katie. He is not Katie by any stretch of the imagination. So, my opinions on it haven't really changed. I still feel like I personally don't want to see any more Stauffer videos. I won't watch them. However, I do support Josh. And I think that there's a conversation that needs to be had about supporting people, even if you don't always agree with what they do. I personally feel that Josh will take the criticism and take it well and possibly do things different. I could be wrong, but I feel like he's very open-minded. And, at the end of the day, like I said yesterday, if his subscribers are into this, then I don't really see a problem with it. I said it yesterday as well. A lot of times we talk about these situations and about how shitty what these people have done is, and then things just go back to normal and they go back to making their millions. And it doesn't seem fair. So I get what he's doing and I understand it. I don't 100% agree with how he goes about it, but he's doing what he thinks is right, and I feel like intentions matter. And I do think he has good intentions. And, at the end of the day, like, do we really believe that these people deserve a platform to exploit their kids and make these millions of dollars? Because I don't. And that's, again, my opinion. But I'm not going to down Josh for doing what he thinks is right. And another thing was the whole Camilla thing. She makes a video after she made the first video, which I will say seemed aggressive. Then Josh sends an email to Creepshow Art, and Camilla makes another video after Creepshow Art's channel had that video, and Camilla's like, "Oh, DadChallenge podcast tries to turn Creepshow against me." I'm gonna be completely honest. I read the email as much was shown because part of it was cut off, which I felt was very unfair to Josh. I felt like it should have been shown in full context altogether. But even from what we got, I don't feel as though that he was reaching out being like, "Don't listen to her." I think it was more of like, I saw your criticism, I saw what you were talking about, here's my side, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it. I don't at all feel like it was him trying to change Creepshow's mind about Camilla. It wasn't a personal attack, and she seemed very upset that he didn't come to her. And I get that, but at the same time, like, when I was watching both of her videos, I felt like they were pretty aggressive, and I don't know that I would want to reach out to her if that was like something made about me. So I can understand why he didn't reach out to her. It seemed her mind was made up. She thought he was this horrible person doing these horrible things, and I don't think he owed it to her to reach out to her. That's how I feel. So yeah, that's pretty much, I think, all I had to say about that. I hope I didn't miss anything. Like I said, I've recorded this before. You know how it goes. It's like every video I make is that way. So I hope I didn't miss anything. But, yes, I still support Josh. I still will watch the other creators. I love Creepshow. I'm not going to stop watching her. Didn't know the guy. Probably won't watch him. Camilla, I'm like, because I feel like the way she goes about making her content can be good. But it's that kind of attitude that I don't like. But I'm willing to give her another chance because I do believe that that's important to do. So that's where I land on that. I don't think Josh is a horrible person. I will support him. No, I'm not going to watch 100 Stauffer videos. It's not for me. But let me know what you guys think. I would love to talk to you and just know what other people are thinking, because again, I started this because I just watch YouTube, and sometimes I get really into what's going on and I want to say something. So I want to talk to everyone else and see what everyone else is saying. You know, not just the popular opinions. If you're against what I'm saying, if you have reasons why you feel differently, share that with me. Because obviously I'm very open to hearing what you have to say, and I like to know all sides of it and all views, and I could be wrong. So, especially with what I'm about to talk about. So, give me just a second. I apologize. I gotta take a sip. Okay, so we're gonna get into the Angelika Oles SmokeyGlow / Hannah situation. Now, I will say, yesterday when I made my video, I was very very confused. I didn't know what to think or what to believe. And so last night, SmokeyGlow, Hannah, I'm just going to call her Hannah, made a video. And it was a long one. And just so you know, all of this is my opinion. I want you to go and watch these videos. So I'm going to link Angelika Oles' video, Nick Snyder's, Dustin Dailey's, and Hannah's video. Go watch all of them. Then you can say what you think. You know, go look up what Angelika did and tell me what you think. So, where to start? First of all, my opinion has changed, and I'm going to explain why. I did go look at what Angelika was accused of doing and what she did, and I'm just going to say that I don't agree with what she did. You know, do people make mistakes? Yes. Do I think she should be canceled forever for it? No. But what got me personally was the fact that she didn't go, like, immediately go on and take full accountability and apologize. It was, I don't feel like she handled it properly. However, I'm not going to say, like, I fully condemn her for what she said and did, but I'm also not going to accept an apology that it's not meant for me. So that's something that each individual will have to, you know, as all these things, when they happen, you have to decide where you stand. But I can't accept an apology for a minority because I'm not a minority. That's where I will stand on that one. But I'm not going to fully condemn her because, again, I believe people make mistakes. But how she handled it made me not want to watch her anymore. So getting into this whole thing with Hannah. Hannah explains, and I'm not going to go point by point, so if I miss some things, leave a comment and let me know. Just off the top of my head, going through what was said. Hannah explains they weren't really close friends. It's not like she just threw her best friend under the bus. They were more like co-workers. Yes, when Angelika was getting hate, Hannah reached out to her. She wasn't fully aware of what was going on, but she saw that she was having problems, and it was something that they kind of would do for each other just to be there for each other. So she reached out, and they talked, and that was about it. And I will say, excuse me, Hannah did not share any screenshots. So this is all going to be what you believe, because we can't say for sure what happened without proof. However, I can respect the fact that she didn't share screenshots, because she said, I asked Angelika said she didn't want me to share screenshots. In my opinion, after seeing everything that was said and listening, I believe that's because the screenshots would not be in favor of Angelika. So that's why she doesn't want them shared. I could be wrong, but where I'm forming my opinion is from watching each of them. You know, I've watched SmokeyGlow for a long time, and I've known about Angelika. I've watched her videos for quite some time. So for me, this is coming from what I know of each of them and their character and how they've handled situations. And what it comes down to for me is the fact that I have felt as though Hannah has had integrity and she's been fair and nice and hasn't made a whole lot of mistakes. And I feel like Angelika's mistakes were worse, and I don't feel like she's good at handling them because she never properly addressed things. And the fact that she wasn't going to. So Hannah mentions in her video that she didn't just do this collab and then throw Angelika under the bus. She tried to reach out to her, and she tried to get her to address this. Basically, she's saying, like, hey man, I want to have your back, but you fucked up, and you owe these people an explanation and an apology. And Angelika didn't seem down for that. Now, this is going off of what Hannah said, but I feel inclined to believe what she said. That's, again, my opinion. If you feel differently, share it in the comments. I'm open to listening to any side of it. But basically, yeah, she didn't want to address it until this shit blew up so much that she couldn't deny that she had fucked up for any longer. So she addressed it in her video, but then went on to make this all about how Hannah did her wrong. And in Hannah's video, she explains her reasoning, and she says, you know, look, please listen to my side. If you still feel like after the fact that I handled this wrong, I agree with you. I probably should have handled things better. And that's what I will say. I feel like at worst, Hannah didn't handle it the best she could. But again, everyone makes mistakes. Was her mistake worse than Angelika's? I just don't think so. Another thing that's been brought up so much, and Hannah addressed it, was Nick and Dustin and Angelika all talking about the Christmas party from last year that Hannah didn't go to, and she fucked up because she didn't tell Nick that she wasn't going. She got online and said it. She explained her reasoning for that, you know, that Nick had made it public by inviting her publicly, so she addressed it publicly. I still feel that, yes, it was rude. It was rude of her not to talk to Nick first. Is that the worst thing ever? Does that make her a social climber? Fuck no. And here's the thing about that. The reason she didn't go to the party, and I remember watching the video, and I remember the stuff that was going on back then. Rich Lux, at the time, had been exposed for saying the N-word, which is fucking disgusting. Nobody else called him out on it. Hannah gets online, she makes a video, she calls him out. This whole Christmas party thing was still going to happen, and Rich Lux was going to be there. So Hannah was like, hey, I don't want to be fake as fuck and go to this party and mingle with all these people who are supporting him, and he's going to be there, and I don't want to be associated with him, and I don't want to be there because I just made a video about him, because what he did was wrong. And that makes sense to me. Like, to me, she did the right thing. She stood by what she believed. She believed what he said was fucked. And she stood by that by saying, I'm not going to this party, which would benefit her by getting to know these people. It would have benefited her YouTube career. But instead, she said no, because she wasn't about to be fake as fuck and suck their ass. Sorry for that language. But seriously, I think that's great. I'm not going to change my opinion on that. I think what she did was right. And she really let some tea go last night, because she goes on to say, you know, I was shocked that this was brought up again because, especially by Nick, because he had reached out to her and told her, hey, no hard feelings, you know, right after she made the video about not going. So even though she didn't reach out to him first, and that was rude, and he's ranting about it now, he told her there was no hard feelings. It was all good. And then went on to talk shit about her. I'm gonna be completely honest. I love Dustin Dailey's videos. I love Dustin. Nick, I watch some of his videos if they're interesting, but I've always felt that he was a kind of shady bitch in his own way. And I've always kind of seen that group, you know, Rich, Nick, Dustin, and now Angelika, Oles, all kind of gang up on people and support each other, even if one of them has said some really fucked up things or done something really fucked up. They want to call out everybody else, and then they let that shit go. And they say, like, you know, I address my friends behind the scenes. I take my issues with them behind the scenes. And I can respect that. However, when your friends have done this type of behavior over and over and over, and you just go, yeah, well, I've talked to them behind the scenes, never addressing it online, and you continue to call out other people for the same behavior, it does start to feel hypocritical because you're still friends with this person. You never stop being friends with this person. You never actually call them out and hold them accountable. But you're going to down someone like Hannah for being a bad friend because she wanted to make things better with her subscribers. Like, that's the thing. You got to understand, Hannah wanted to support Angelika, but she wanted to hold Angelika accountable because her fans were upset. And she was like, hey man, you know, because I believe you should put your subs first. If you do something with another creator and your subs are like, hey, we don't support this, we're not okay with this, she never apologized to us, I feel like you should put your subs' feelings first. And that's what Hannah was doing. So, all that said, I support Hannah. I'm not gonna say, like, I'm never gonna watch another Dustin or Nick video or whatever. I don't know right now. And I'm not gonna bullshit y'all and lie and say, you know, I'm not gonna watch this person, because I don't know. I'll always be honest with you about who I watch and who I don't watch. But I do feel that there is, you know, the top of the drama community, just like in the beauty community, there's cliques that are formed, and I feel that some of those are toxic. And I feel that even though I love Dustin's videos and I like to watch most of these people, I feel like they have their back, each other's back, to the fullest, and not always in the best way. So there's that. Yeah, I hope that you will all watch all the videos and form your own opinion and let me know what you think. But for right now, I'm going to continue to support Hannah because I don't feel that what she did was horrible. I think there was way more to it. And in my opinion, Angelika Oles is a shady ass bitch who otherwise would have never addressed what she said and what she did. And I find that really fucked up. Yeah. Let me guys, girl, this is what I get for recording twice in a row. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I really hope you're having a great day. I will see you in the next one. Bye.